Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the dark facts behind one of the most popular drinks out there, bubble tea. That's right, that sweet, colorful, chewy drink that's taken the world by storm. It's delicious, it's Instagrammable, but is it actually good for you? Stick around to find out what you might be sipping on. We're going to be taking a deep dive into the ingredients list, exploring the potential health risks, and asking the tough questions about this beloved beverage. Because sometimes, the truth is a little harder to swallow than a mouthful of tapioca pearls. Don't worry though, this isn't about fear-mongering. It's about arming you with the knowledge you need to make informed choices about what you put into your body. So grab your reusable boba straw, settle in, and let's uncover the dark secrets lurking beneath the surface of bubble tea. Okay, let's talk about sugar. We all know sugary drinks aren't exactly health food, but bubble tea takes it to a whole new level. We're not just talking about a teaspoon or two here, we're talking about a sugar rush of epic proportions. A regular 16-ounce bubble tea can contain anywhere from 30 to 50 grams of sugar. To put that in perspective, that's more sugar than you'd find in a can of Coca-Cola, which clocks in at a hefty 39 grams. And if you're feeling particularly adventurous and opt for a large size, well, buckle up because some of those bad boys can pack a whopping 100 grams of sugar. That's right, 100 grams. Now, the American Heart Association recommends that women limit their daily added sugar intake to 25 grams and men to 36 grams. So even a small bubble tea can easily blow your entire sugar budget for the day. And if you're regularly downing those large-sized sugar bombs, well, let's just say you're basically mainlining sugar directly into your bloodstream. But why is all this sugar such a big deal? Well, aside from the obvious risk of tooth decay, excess sugar consumption is a one-way ticket to a whole host of health problems. We're talking about insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, obesity, heart disease, the whole shebang. And it's not just the empty calories from the sugar itself. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes after a sugary drink, it can leave you feeling tired, irritable, and craving even more sugar. It's a vicious cycle that's hard to break. So the next time you're tempted by a bubble tea, remember this. It's not just a harmless treat, it's a sugar bomb disguised as a fun and refreshing beverage. Alright, so we've tackled the sugar monster lurking in bubble tea, but unfortunately the story doesn't end there. Let's talk about what actually gives bubble tea its flavor, the tea itself, or should I say the tea. You see, many bubble tea shops don't actually use real brewed tea. Instead, they opt for a quicker, cheaper alternative artificial tea powders. These powders are mixed with hot water to create a tea-like beverage, but that's where the resemblance ends. So, what exactly is in these mysterious tea powders? Well, the ingredient list can be a bit of a mouthful, literally. We're talking about artificial flavors, preservatives, and often a hefty dose of high-fructose corn syrup, or HFCS. Now, HFCS has been linked to a whole slew of health problems, including fatty liver disease, metabolic disorders, and even an increased risk of certain types of cancer. And let's not forget about those artificial flavors. They might sound innocent enough, but they're often derived from petroleum products and can contain a cocktail of chemicals that we're only beginning to understand the long-term effects of. But here's the thing, real brewed tea is actually good for you. It's packed with antioxidants, can help boost your immune system, and has even been linked to a lower risk of heart disease and certain types of cancer. So why not skip the artificial stuff and go for the real deal? The next time you're ordering bubble tea, ask if they use real brewed tea. If they don't, it might be time to find a new boba spot. Your body will thank you. Let's be real, the real reason many of us can't resist bubble tea is those irresistible, chewy tapioca pearls. They're fun to slurp up, they add a playful texture to the drink, and let's be honest, they're just plain satisfying. But have you ever stopped to wonder what those little black pearls are actually made of? Well, prepare to have your mind blown, or maybe just slightly grossed out. Tapioca pearls are made primarily from cassava starch. Now, cassava is a root vegetable that's a staple food in many parts of the world, but the starch extracted from it is essentially devoid of any real nutritional value. We're talking about empty calories, folks. But wait, there's more. Some tapioca pearls get their signature black color from caramel coloring, specifically Class 4 caramel coloring. And this isn't your grandma's homemade caramel sauce. Class 4 caramel coloring is produced using a process called ammonia sulfite technology, which can create byproducts that have been linked to potential carcinogenic effects. And if that wasn't enough to put you off your boba, some low-quality tapioca pearls may also contain plasticizers to enhance their chewiness. Plasticizers are chemicals that are used to make plastics more flexible, and they have no place in our food. In fact, there have been cases of food safety scandals involving tapioca pearls contaminated with plasticizers. So, what's a boba lover to do? Well, you can try opting for bubble tea shops that use higher quality tapioca pearls or experiment with alternative toppings like fruit jellies or popping boba, which are often made with fruit juice and seaweed extract. Alright, let's talk about the creamy, dreamy element that takes bubble tea to the next level, the creamer. Now, you might think you're getting a dose of calcium and protein with that creamy goodness, but think again. Many bubble tea shops don't use real milk or dairy creamer. Instead, they opt for non-dairy creamer, which sounds innocent enough, right? Well, not quite. Non-dairy creamer is basically a concoction of oil, sugar, and a whole bunch of other ingredients that you probably can't pronounce. One of the main ingredients in non-dairy creamer is hydrogenated vegetable oil, which is a source of trans fats. Now, trans fats are the worst kind of fat you can consume. They've been linked to heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and a whole host of other health problems. In fact, the Food and Drug Administration has even taken steps to remove trans fats from the food supply because they're just that bad for you. But wait, there's more. Some non-dairy creamers also contain sodium caseinate, which is a milk protein. Now this might seem counterintuitive considering it's called non-dairy creamer, but sodium caseinate is highly processed and can be difficult for some people to digest, especially those with dairy sensitivities. So what's the alternative? Well, if you're looking for a creamy addition to your bubble tea, opt for real milk or a plant-based milk alternative like almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even try asking for your bubble tea without any creamer at all. We've covered a lot of ground already, but unfortunately the list of questionable ingredients in bubble tea doesn't end there. Let's talk about preservatives and additives, the silent culprits lurking in many processed foods and beverages, including our beloved bubble tea. To keep those colorful concoctions looking fresh and appealing, manufacturers often load them up with preservatives like potassium sorbate and sodium benzoate. Now, these preservatives might sound harmless enough, but they can react with certain acids like the citric acid found in many fruit-flavored bubble teas to form benzene. And benzene is a known carcinogen, which means it has the potential to cause cancer. But wait, there's more! Remember those vibrant, eye-catching colors that make bubble tea so Instagrammable? Well, those colors often come from artificial food dyes like Red 40, Yellow 5, and Blue 1. These artificial dyes have been linked to a whole host of health problems, including hyperactivity in children, allergies, and even potential toxicity. And let's not forget about the artificial sweeteners that some bubble tea shops use to cut down on sugar content. While they might seem like a healthier alternative to sugar, artificial sweeteners have been linked to gut health issues, metabolic disruptions, and even an increased risk of certain diseases. So, what's a boba enthusiast to do? Well, knowledge is power. By being aware of the potential dangers lurking in those colorful cups, you can make more informed choices about what you consume. Look for bubble tea shops that use fresh, natural ingredients and don't be afraid to ask about their sourcing practices. So, is bubble tea really that bad? Well, like most things in life, it's all about moderation. An occasional bubble tea as a treat probably won't send you to an early grave. But if you're a die-hard boba enthusiast who can't go a day without your fix, it might be time to reevaluate your relationship with this sugary, chewy beverage. Frequent consumption of bubble tea, with its high sugar content, artificial ingredients, and potential for hidden dangers, can contribute to weight gain, insulin spikes, metabolic disorders, and a whole host of other health problems. And let's be honest, those chewy tapioca pearls aren't exactly doing your nutritional profile any favors. The good news is, there are ways to enjoy bubble tea in a healthier way. Look for shops that use real brewed tea, opt for less sugar or sugar-free options, choose real milk or plant-based milk alternatives over non-dairy creamer, and limit your intake of those addictive tapioca pearls. And hey, maybe even try experimenting with different toppings like fresh fruit or herbal jellies. So, is bubble tea really that bad? While an occasional treat won't hurt, frequent consumption can contribute to weight gain, insulin spikes, and metabolic disorders. Opt for less sugar, real milk, and brewed tea instead of powdered versions. If possible, skip artificial syrups and limit tapioca pearls for a healthier choice. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more eye-opening content.